Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and in this video I want to talk about the Guardian Games competitive playlist. And there are multiple reasons why you should be running this one. Whether you run it once, whether you run it a lot, whether you get a fire team and you get the highest score possible. There are multiple levels of why this is a very good playlist to run and actually very generous. Now, you've got multiple pieces. You've got the scoring system, which if you're going for bronze, gold, silver, platinum, you're going to get rewards when you talk to Ava Levante, and those are definitely worthwhile. I'll talk about those in a minute. Also, with regards to competitive games, you're also going to be getting, again, lots of rewards. Prisms, Nightfall weapons, exotics, all of this stuff is dropping pretty consistently. And then on top of that, now you've got the competition of the score. So what I want to do in this video is take you guys through how I got to a platinum score of 307,000, and that's not even remotely the highest one I've heard of. But the idea is I want to explain how it's definitely doable, and then how for sure you should definitely make sure you get a platinum score each week, and why even if you only get, say, 200,000, that's still going to be a very good thing for the rewards that you're going to get. But before we do, I want to say happy birthday to Raid Shadow Legends, which is the sponsor of this video. They're turning 3 years old this month, and they are throwing a heck of a party and celebration that you're not going to want to miss. And to kick off the celebration, I want to tell you guys about the top 3 champions that I've got my eyes on, and I've also got my eyes on these scary Hydras. These are the champions that I want to get on my end-game team. Number 3, an awesome-looking samurai named Genro Stork. Seriously, truly sick armor and 80 resist aura buff. Amazing to have on your team. Number 2, an Ithwi Blood Twin, part of the Demon Spawn faction. Looks freaking awesome and is basically going to give everybody a 33% attack buff. And then number 1, the absolute unit, Demon Spawn Mortu Macabre. His aura gives everybody 24% speed. These 3 together, I just need one more, and I'm going to have an awesome team that I can't wait to face the end game with. So believe me, there's always a champion for you. These are just some of my top 3 that I cannot wait to get. This month, since Raid is celebrating its 3-year anniversary, it's going to be a huge in-game celebration and giveaway. Free gifts for everyone to kick things off, along with loads of new content and new artifact sets, even a personal video showing your achievements so far in Raid. All month long will be full of special events and tournaments with some of the best prizes they have ever offered, like new badass champions, piles and piles and piles of shards, and tons of other goodies all month long. So now really is the best time to get started in Raid. If you aren't yet playing, hit my link in the description or scan the QR code that you've seen on screen, this one right here, or the link below. Either one will do just fine. Just click one of them, and you'll get a huge birthday gift from Raid worth $40. 3 free champions all at once: Misericord, Tiger Soul, and Romero, plus 10 Magic XP brews, 10 Force brews, and 10 Spirit brews. All treasures will be waiting for you in your inbox. But you've already been playing, so you're not a brand new player? That's fine too. They've got a gift for you. All you've got to do is enter the promo code 3YearsRaid in-game, and you're going to have $25 worth of gifts sent to you instantly, right in-game. I've already done it. Takes like 5 seconds. You can do it as well. It really is that easy, and this really is the best time to be playing Raid Shadow Legends. Honestly, I'm still surprised that a game that is this fun and looks this good is sitting in my pocket, but technology's come a long way. So, click the link below in the description, scan the QR code on screen, and I'll see you guys in Teleria. Now, back to Guardian Games and my guide to get you through it. Now, when we started this whole Guardian Games thing, we were stuck on quest step 1, just practice training playlist to get your buffs. Now, when we started this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the Guardian Games training playlist was active. You would go through and you would get your buffs. I put a question out on Twitter. I'm not sure if you can still earn the gold buff, because it does make a difference, I'll be completely honest. But even if you haven't, getting to a platinum threshold in Matchmade is not likely going to be that difficult, I have a hunch. So, now we are in the competitive playlist. Now, for competitive, bronze, silver, gold, the thresholds are still going to be the same. The difference is the rewards that you get. Now, when I turned in some of my rewards for the Medallion Battalion one, which is a longer time consumption thing for sure, but the title, I think, was broken. The SMG drops were kind of broken on that first day. They're fixed now. They were fixed in about 24 hours, which was nice. But when I turned in the scoring torch, when I lit the torches in the tower for each one of these, my rewards were solid. I think I got a title SMG for each one of the ranks, so bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. When I got to gold, I got a masterworked title SMG that also had an extra perk in like the 3rd or 4th column. And then when I did the platinum version, I got a Ascendant Shard, which is really generous because this was literally got it done on my first run. And then I also got a masterworked SMG or title SMG. I got a masterworked one. This one had perks in the 3rd and the 4th columns. So you're going to get a lot of drops anyway. So getting your god roll may have already happened for you, may not. But if you're going for a god roll, or and the fact that one can drop masterworked with perks in the 3rd and 4th column, like basically another double chance to get that god roll. Getting 175,000 with what I'm going to show you guys is not going to be that hard. So you should easily be able to get a platinum threshold score without too much effort if you especially are one who kind of focuses on some of the stuff I show you. Even if you don't do all of it, even if you don't get like top 10%, getting a platinum score in Guardian Games competitive playlist, not going to be that difficult. Probably not even without the buff, I can be honest. Just focus on the things that I tell you guys in this next section, and you will get all the rewards. Basically, this part is for bragging rights. If you are in the top 10%, which currently I am, you are going to, and if you're in the top 10% for week 1, week 2, and week 3, you are going to be getting an exclusive emblem. That is basically it. So it is mostly for bragging rights and an emblem. It's not that big of a deal. So if you want to do this stuff, you can. If you don't want to do it and you get your platinum rewards and you're good, totally fine. Main reason I wanted to get a pretty high platinum score, I wanted to break 300,000 as soon as I knew kind of the methodologies behind why and how it would work, is I wanted to show you guys all things, tips that could help you make sure you get platinum, and then probably even surprise your group with a higher platinum than normal. Now, the biggest thing about getting something like over 300,000, you are probably going to need a team. A little bit of coordination, a little bit of discussion, talking between things is going to help for sure. Because there are certain things that you kind of need to do in a specific manner, and if people are just going through and killing everything too quickly, which I know sounds weird, but if you kill things too quickly, you don't get to take full advantage of all the points that you can get. So let me explain the medals and why some of these are so important. Now, if you've been going through the strike scoring playlist or Guardian Games playlist, which I hope adds strike scoring to everything in the game, you'll have seen these things pop. Kinetic Spree, Power Rampage, Precision Spree, Stick and Move. All of these things are done by accomplishing something. Rapidly defeat 3 combatants with a grenade. Probably happens all the time. I've got 47 of them. You know, size does matter. Rapidly defeat 3 combatants with stasis shatter damage. All these random things. 3 combatants with a super. All of those are going to be just a thing that happens all the time. Now, the combination is to try and make the best use of all of your loadouts, abilities, super, all of those things. So as you get medals, you're earning multiple at the same time. Now, there are a couple different ways to do this. When I started, I was literally just basically making sure I can handle everything on my own. Hence why having a fire team is going to be beneficial. When I had a fire team, I didn't have to worry about barrier as much because I knew they could handle it for me, and then we also coordinated with some other pieces. So I was running like Arbalist, not very high for like chain kills. My pulse rifle, which is, you know, I got some rapid defeats of 3, rapid defeats of 6, as I got Dragonfly on 1. Did never really get rapid 9. That didn't quite happen. That's okay. Power sprees were also harder for me to come by because I was using Tarantula. It's an arc burn, which is great, and I could do good chunk damage to certain enemies. But unfortunately, trying to get rapid defeats of enemies with a linear fusion rifle, not likely going to cut it. Now, rapidly defeat 3 precision enemies, 6 precision enemies. Technically haven't got 9 yet, but at some point I'm sure I will. That one, again, depending on your weapon that you're using, could be easier, could be harder. Scouts, other stuff, that type of thing. But the idea, there are a couple that are very easy to put together. 1, energy weapons, and pair it with eye to eye, or head to head, or hand to hand. Head to hand, eye to eye. All of these are related to close range weapons. So, glaives, for example, are one of the close range weapons. And it's also an energy slot weapon. So now you're going to start stabbing enemies, getting multiple kills of both an energy spree, energy rampage, energy frenzy, and then also you're going to be getting the stacking of, you know, these types of things all together as well. You may not get all the way to 30, but if you start having energy kills also stacking to this head-to-hand, then you're going to be doubling up on the medals. Another thing that really started to make a difference for me was running a machine gun. Now, a machine gun is about to get buffed in Season 17, but right now, Power Spree is hard to get with something like a linear fusion rifle. Now, rockets, yeah, you're probably going to get some of those, but rocket ammo is harder to come by, obviously. When you've got something like rapidly defeat 3 combatants, 6 combatants, 9 combatants with power weapons, that cannot always happen or come together because rapid is not like one rocket fires. And the reason machine guns work is you can have a line of thrall come at you and just sit there and spray at them with like a good chunk of bullets, and you're going to get a power frenzy, which is a good chunk of points. So this is one of those where a machine gun really started to help, at least me using it, maybe one other person, maybe somebody with a rocket, get a little variety in your fire team. But a machine gun here really helped. Anytime you have a group of acolytes, anytime you have a group of thrall, let a person with a machine gun get those kills as much as possible, and they're going to get a power frenzy basically with ease. It's not even going to be that difficult. On the other side, if you're running a glaive, for example, and you can get 9 energy kills, and then you all of a sudden stack 10 on top of that without dying, bam, you just got a full-on, spree with, head-to-head without dying. If it stacks and continues, you might get even higher, that type of thing. Now, you're going to get things like Demolitionist Expert, 3 with a grenade, 3 melee final blows, Berserker, also pairing with eye-to-eye and head-to-head, also paired with your energy weapon. Again, that's why these things are pairing up so well. Supers. Supers are going to be a thing that stacks on top. Now, I've used a super like Thunder Crash just to put a chunk of damage into the boss, but it's not necessary. You're not that rushed on time if you kind of get a really good synergy going. So honestly, other things are going to be better. Well of Radiance, Ward of Dawn, and then Tether if you don't kill the enemies with it. Theoretically can also work. Now, there are some bugs with Tether. There are some bugs with other things. Some of these may have been fixed, some of them may have not. So again, but I will say like Well of Radiance and Ward of Dawn seems to be granting their Let There Be Light. So take advantage of it. Pop a bubble. Make sure if you're killing things, you're also getting the super thing at the same time. And if you kill a lot of enemies with that gold buff, you're going to get your abilities back a lot faster. If you kill enemies with weapons, you get your ability recharge fast. If you kill enemies with abilities, you get your weapons to have more damage. So the idea would be kill enemies with weapons, get your abilities up, then pop a bubble, and then your weapons all of a sudden start to get supercharged as both are happening. It's a really cool synergy that happens there. The most important medal or pair of all of these is right down here. Giant Slayer, defeat a champion. You know you're going to do that. I've done 182. It is finishing touches paired with insult to injury. Now, do I love the fact that you have to do an emote to get points? Not exactly my favorite choice of their, but I get what they're kind of going for. But the idea is you want to defeat a powerful combatant. That is anything with an orange bar or a champion, not a boss. So a champion ogre, like an unstoppable, an unstoppable ogre, that's going to be something you can finish. But the 2 big ogre bosses in the second to last area, like the kind of the swamp with the ruins in it before you get to the boss chamber, those 2 big ogres are not finishable. Most everything else is going to be. And the key is going to be to do that to every single orange bar and champion. And the few of the light blade guys as well. Not light blade, but the Lucent Hive. What you're going to want to do is pair it with the idea of after using an emote, you don't have to complete the emote animation. You just need to hit the button at whatever it is keybound for you to start it. And then as soon as possible, what you need to do as soon as you see the text on screen, then finish them. And you're going to get a huge chunk of points because you're going to have insult to injury paired with finishing touches. And if it's a champion, you're going to get Giant Slayer on top of that. So these 3 can pop like when you have a champion, which happens quite a bit. These 2 with every orange bar is worth the effort for the points. And that's where I said the coordination is important. If you have people just mowing through, killing everything they see, you're likely going to find it much more difficult to get this synergy happening quite a bit. But if your team is talking and be like, hey, I've got an orange bar low, and maybe you're the finisher guy, or they just know that that's something that they need to do, you're going to get quite a bit more points out of it because anything that has an orange health bar, anything that is a champion, you're going to finish it, and you're going to do an emote right before the finish it to get those points. So my goal at this point is I'm going to go into the competitive games playlist. I'm going to set up a couple situations where I can show you guys where some of these synergies can work well. I want to show you machine guns and power frenzy, how you can get, that stacking and precision spree at the same time, probably with a bubble. Another one I want to show you guys is just what it takes to actually get the animation done for the finishing touches, insult to injury, and all of that. So I just want to give you guys a couple of examples, and then we will wrap this up. So my goal right now is going to be to get this barrier champion low, emote, and then finish it. So this is like, I've cleared out this whole room so you can see it. I'm going to stun the champion. Then we're going to go to get the health low enough to make sure I get the finish. Right now I'm 86, 343 on points. Get him low. There's your emote. Get the finish. 94, 35. Almost 10,000 points for killing one enemy, all in style. You got to do the emote first, and then you got to make sure you get that finisher off. Champions is crucial to make sure you get that finisher off on. And then, of course, you can do the same thing. It's just less points for any orange bar, which I'll show you now. All right, so this is going to be another example. We've got the Lucent Hive Guardian, who's going to be pretty angry. He's going to be in a super. But what we're going to do is get his health very low. I'm going to go emote around a corner and then actually run around. So you're going to be able to emote and probably have like just a second or two that you can probably run to something and finish it. So emote and cover, even though he's in a super, and then I can run around the corner and get the finisher. Now also what's going to happen next is where I use my machine gun to show you guys a whole bunch of kills. This is going to be me popping my bubble so I get the buff, or so I get the medal for using my super. Then I'm going to get a whole bunch of enemies killed, all these thrall. I want them all grouped up. So then I'm going to pop the bubble and I'm going to go run behind. I'm going to use my machine gun to light them up and get like 9 straight in a row. So there's Power Spree, Let There Be Light, From the Pocket, Power Rampage, Power Frenzy. That's all of those right there just from killing those enemies. Same thing's going to apply here. All I'm doing is trying to get the Light Blade enemy low enough. Then I'm going to emote in my bubble. And then I'm going to get the finish. And that's, again, going to be 5,700 for the Light Blade. Champions are the most crucial, but notice, you kill the Hive Ghost, and that's like 3,100. So the Light Blade, 5,800. The Ghost, 3,000, so that's close to 8 grand. Then, you pop a bubble, so you get a bonus for killing all those Thrall, which normally you can just kill the Thrall, but now I'm using a machine gun, so I get a Power Spree. I'm getting the Let There Be Light, so I'm getting the 3 super kills in a row. And then just turn around. And this is where you're really going to get that synergy of putting all of these metals together. I'll see if I got one more example for you. All right, so what's going to happen here is we're going to have all these thrall that appear on the little ship. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my bubble. So I get my Power Rampage going. Same principle here. But now I'm going to get the Power Rampage. I've got Skirmisher. I've got Fire Team Spree. I've got Power Spree. Let There Be Light kicking off. Power Rampage. Power Spree. And you're just sitting here stacking up these metals. Again, try and get 9 together. If you can let the actual boat fill up, it's almost better. So if you've got, a Well of Radiance, anything like that's going to be good. Just the idea that it's the synergy of the metals being the most important thing. And I hope this is kind of explaining the idea of what you're going for. Supers, machine guns for power sprees. You can use glaives for melees and energy sprees. And then, but the biggest thing is you guys can see, when you get 10,000 points for getting a finisher on a champion, that is massive. Those champions have got to die by the emote finishers. That's the most points you're going to get out of most of the things. But everything is going to add up slowly but surely. And even in here, if you get machine gun kills on the Thrall instead of just an energy kill, you're going to get that slightly better bonus. But again, use what you've got for ammo. Make sure you get the right mods on there. Lucent Finisher, going to be a very important thing for your class item to make sure when you do kill those champions, you're getting more heavy ammo. And there's stick to move as well. Just getting enemies killed without dying is the other piece of this. If you can kill enemies without dying, you're going to get those big, like the black and gold medals for the big long streaks of like 30 of whatever without dying. That really starts to stack up too. So don't forget about that one. That's going to be a massive thing because dying does take away from your score. And again, believe me, there's a lot of arc things in here and we got 307k, dying plenty. But you can just see as things start stacking up, you'll notice where points just start being more than they normally would. So work on getting that synergy going. It'll help quite a bit. So that basically wraps this one up. What I just wanted to show you guys is, one, the main reason you want the rewards, because you've got the Masterwork with 3 perks, the Masterwork with 4 perks for the gold and silver torch lighting. Getting a platinum score during competitive Guardian games is easy to do and very worth your while. And then hopefully now the explanation of how to work the metals to your benefit. machine guns, working to get multiple power kills, using a super to boost those machine gun kills, giving you those extra, you know, charged with light basically, but it's whatever that metal is for being within your super. So super kills on top of machine gun sprees, and then precision kills on top of that one. Or you're going for melee kills with a glaive. Or, and the biggest one, make sure you finish every single orange bar, and then the champions for sure. Finish the champion, emote right before, and then the Hive Guardians and champions, they're worth like 9,000 points. So if you do all of that, 175,000 is easy if you find a coordinated team. Getting over 300k with some practice is definitely doable. So good luck to everybody. Let me know below in the comments what you guys get for high scores. If there's too many of you guys who do too well, I might have to work on getting my score higher. But if you enjoyed this one, drop a like below, leave a comment if you've got any questions. Again, if you guys will watch that sponsor section, click on the link below. Raid has actually been a fun game on my phone to touch on every so often, so I enjoy that one. Hopefully you guys do as well. If you want to find me on Twitch or Twitter, it's Ebontis right here on YouTube. If you haven't subbed, hit that sub button, hit the alert bell, and you guys can also become a YouTube member or a Patreon subscriber to show a little extra support. Never required, but of course, any of you who do, thank you for that extra support. All of you are awesome. I'll see you soon.